New World just took a hard turn away from a PvP slugfest, which leads to disappointed PvP players and New World fans. One of the problems we observed with this system was that some high-level players were killing low-level players a lot, AGS explains. This often led to solo or group griefing scenarios that created a toxic environment for many players. To be clear, this behavior was not shown by all PvP players but enough to cause significant issues. But that wasn't at all what the team was going for in its version of the MMORPG survival hybrid. The plan was to build a compelling world full of danger and opportunity that begs to be explored. The intended design was never to allow a small group of players to bully other players. While a lot of core MMORPG players are now giving New World new consideration, the hardcore PvP community is definitely upset over the changes, declaring the game dead on arrival. Astellia Online is a classical MMORPG striving to return the genre to its roots. It is headed to Steam on January 30th. The game page on Steam is live now if you want to take a gander. The Steam version is set to feature the same content part of the base game. You'll also be able to participate in the January events, including Dogarvi Crescent event, which introduces an event dungeon similar in theme to the Dogarvi Night Market, allowing players to earn shining merchant coins and holy order symbols. Taking Care of Pimpy event, a giant spider boss designed for a 12-person party has been added, allowing players to acquire a legendary treasure in exchange for helping Pimpy. More guild content is set to arrive, including a special guild arena where 64 players will face off. More news on this is set to trickle out over the next few weeks. Additionally, according to the press release, 2020 will see a new Astel champion, new dungeons, events, the addition of an Astel equipment system, a new 12-player raid, and more. Temtem will come to the PC via early access on January 21st. Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One versions are also in development. Temtem is a massively multiplayer creature collection RPG heavily inspired by the Pokémon series. Explore the airborne archipelago filled with hundreds of quirky creatures known as Temtems. Catch, train, and battle Temtems against AI opponents and rival players from across the world. Temtem includes a co-op-friendly story mode where players must thwart the nefarious plans of Clan Belsoto. The early access version of Temtem will not provide access to the full game. It will only cover 3 islands and have 76 possible Temtem. The full game will have 6 islands. Kreml hasn't revealed how many monsters will be available to catch and raise in the full version of the game. The expected playtime for this version of the game is around 20 hours. Episode 2 of the Icebrood Saga Shadow in the Ice, arriving Guild Wars 2 on January 28th. This second episode expands the frigid landscape of the northern Shiva Peaks while confronting players with an epic world boss known as Drakar. In addition, a multitude of new activities and expanded systems introduced in Episode 1 await the intrepid and daring. With this new episode, the following additional features will be available. An expansion to the Bureau Marches map introduced in Episode 1, nearly doubling the size and providing new explorable areas and rewards. New tiers to the Essence Manipulation and Raven Attunement Mastery tracks. A new strike mission that pits players against the whispers in their mind and the dark force driving them. The Trials of Coda, a series of new rotating, multi-tiered map events with unique achievements. A new upgradable third tier to the Ancient Boreal weapon set. A new Raven armor set, heretofore only available to NPC characters. A new world boss Drakar, Jormung's champion locked beneath Lake Drakar for untold centuries. Uncover deathly secrets in the dark heart of Skyrim, ESO's next big year-long adventure. beginning this February with the Harrowstorm DLC. The story continues with the new chapter, The Elder Scrolls Online, Greymoor, arriving for PC on May 18th and for Xbox One and PlayStation 4 on June 2nd. In the dark heart of Skyrim, you can experience a new year-long adventure, beginning with the upcoming Harrowstorm DLC dungeon pack. It continues through the Greymoor chapter and beyond. You can experience the entire massive story in these upcoming releases. The Dark Heart of Skyrim storyline begins with the Harrowstorm Dungeon DLC, kicking off as soon as this February. Featuring 2 new dungeons, Harrowstorm has you contend with a supernatural storm in Icereach and explore the depths of Unhallowed Grave. As you discover the dark forces that threaten Skyrim, the events of this DLC will lead directly into the Greymoor chapter. In The Elder Scrolls Online, Greymoor ESO's newest chapter, you must defend besieged lords and uncover the evil behind this monstrous resurgence. This chapter brings all new adventures to ESO players. This includes a new zone to explore, a Gothic main story questline that ties into the Dark Heart of Skyrim adventure, an intriguing new antiquative system, a massive new 12-player trial, new world events called Harrowstorms, new delves, public dungeons, and standalone quests. Anime-styled action MMORPG Genshin Impact launching later this year. It is a free-to-play, cel-shaded action MMORPG which will be making its way to the West in 2020. Genshin Impact is described as a tech otaku's Save the World or as an open-world ARPG game. Gameplay shows more like RPG with action combat rather than a strict ARPG, like Path of Exile. The developer is currently taking beta sign-ups for the game and let players explore Leeway Harbor and its unique architectural style, bountiful landscape and rich natural heritage. The previous beta test focused on Mondstadt, the City of Wind. Genshin Impact is expected to have a full launch in late 2020 on PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, PC, iOS and Android. Cd Projekt RED have shared news that Cyberpunk 2077 has been delayed till September 17th. The news comes via Twitter with the team stating, "We are currently at a stage where the game is complete and playable, but there's still work to be done.
Big dreamer.
Night City is massive, full of stories, content and places to visit, but due to the sheer scale and complexity of it all, we need more time to finish playtest, fixing and polishing." Cd Projekt RED also mentioned that there will be more frequent updates as we come near to launch.